Here are some general recommendations from Donaldson about air filter servicing and handling. Don't remove an air filter from its housing simply to inspect it. Removing and replacing the same filter can do more harm than good. Ridges of dirt on the gasket sealing surface can drop on the clean filter side when the gasket is released. Ideally, do your servicing by restriction measurement or follow your regular maintenance schedule. If you believe the current service indicator is not working properly, test the indicator and indicator port. Replace or service as needed. Filter service indicators mounted on the air cleaner system are recommended for monitoring the air cleaner restriction level and indicating when servicing is due during normal operation. If the restriction level is in question, or to test the initial restriction, remove the filter service indicator and measure the system restriction using a clock-type restriction gauge or water manometer. Never wrap the air cleaner against an object in an attempt to clean it. Wrapping hard enough to knock off dust damages the filter and can place your engine at risk for dust ingestion. Deeply embedded dirt is never released by tapping. The better option is to keep operating until you can change to a new filter rather than try to tap the dirt out. Do not try to clean a primary or safety filter instead of replacing it. Heavy-duty air filtration manufacturers do not recommend any type of cleaning process to be used on their products. Once an air filter has been cleaned or washed, the Donaldson filter warranty is no longer valid. The dirt-holding capacity of a filter is reduced 20 to 40% with each cleaning attempt. There is also the real risk of dirt reaching the clean side of the filter if cleaning is attempted. Increased engine wear and damage is the result of the ingression of contaminant over time. It is also never wise to operate a system with only a safety filter in place. For longer service between filter changes, consider upgrading to an extended service filter such as Donaldson BLUE air filters. Then service the filter by restriction only. Do not judge the filter's remaining life by looking at it. A dirty-looking filter may still have plenty of life left. On the other hand, a clean-looking filter can also be deceiving. You can't see the dirt that's embedded deep within the filter media, and carbon contamination may not be visible to the eye. One of the best options for lowest filter maintenance costs and best engine protection is to monitor air filter life with a restriction indicator. It's a low-cost and smart investment. Discover more about Donaldson restriction indicators in Module A18. Never leave an air cleaner open longer than necessary. An open air cleaner with filter removed is a direct entry to the engine. Contaminants, smaller than the eye can see, can be damaging to a diesel engine. If the air cleaner housing is not going to be reassembled immediately, be sure to cover the opening. Don't ignore a worn or damaged gasket in the air cleaner housing. If your air cleaner has a cover gasket, replace it with a new one when changing filters. Some air cleaners, such as the EBA and ERA models, specifically call for a new gasket with each filter changeout. Never reuse the old one. Replace it according to the service instructions. Don't use a dented or damaged filter. At filter changeout, check to ensure that there is no damage to the air cleaner housing itself. Check for any air leaks in the ducting on both sides of the air cleaner. An air leak between the air cleaner and the engine gives dirt a direct path into the engine. Don't take chances with weather-worn vacuator valves, which can admit dirt instead of expelling it. Replace any missing or damaged vacuator valves and any air cleaner fasteners. Never substitute one filter with another that has a different model number. The only exception is in cases where another filter is recommended as an upgrade to an older filter. Filters may look almost identical, but even a small difference in size can prevent a good seal or affect airflow. Here are a few filter handling tips. Never store an air filter on a shelf without it being in a box or totally sealed from outside contaminant. So if you see an open box of filters on the shelf, tape it shut, unless the filters inside the box are individually sealed. Also remember that storing air filters in excessive heat can affect their shelf life. When possible, always use the oldest inventory first, and store your filters with labels featuring product information and manufacturing dates clearly visible. This information is provided as a best practices guide. It is not, however, intended to replace or supersede the service instructions supplied by your engine or vehicle manufacturer.